Hey, hi. In this video, you will learn about importance of schema markup and how you can boost your keyword rankings. Schema markup is an advanced level SEO technique. It helps search engine crawlers to provide rich information to the users even before they visit the website. It helps in improving the CTR, which is click-through rate, and also the conversion rate. Schema markup is a code that you should place on your website to help search engines understand the page content in a much better way. Normally, you can do this by placing this code on the website, and also you can know whether it is being placed or not when you look at the search engine results, which has the star ratings and also an additional information below the search results. These ratings that are shown below the search results are also called as rich snippets. The content of every website is crawled and indexed by Google. Once we search using the search terms, this content is returned by Google as the search results on the SRP, which everybody knows. Some of the content gets indexed and returned in a different way. This is because the schema tells the search engine what the content really means. In simple words, schema clarifies to the search engine what your page is all about. Later, search engines can interpret this information available on your web page so that they can display relevant search results to the users based on the keywords or the search queries that they're using. I hope this clarifies what schema is. To help you better, let us understand this with an example. Let me open up my laptop and you can see my screen. I have opened a new tab here. So I will try and search 1522 on Google. So as you can see here, this 1522 is a restaurant near my house on UPL Road, and you can see that Google also is showing this on Zomato. You can see the rich snippet here with a rating, plus you have the number of votes for this rating. There is also a price range and also what they serve. So this is called as the rich snippets. These are the rich snippets. So now any user who comes here and searches for this particular 1522, and if at all he is searching for a pub, so with that he will understand that this is a restaurant and a pub, and this is a price range and various things. At the same time, you can also, if somebody is searching for 1522, you can see there are a lot of other content also, like for example, if you see RFC 1522, and then you have Heart 1522. There are so many other search results that are presented, which are having the keyword 1522. So you can see 3M medical tape 1522. So it would be easier for the user who is searching for 1522, because he can clearly understand that this is a pub, and because there is a price range and everything, so he can clearly understand. So a lot of websites, a lot of these restaurant websites, they are having the markup here, the schema markup here, as you can see. So now let us see whether this is really marked up. So how do we test whether how this has been marked up? So let me just open this site here. I'll just copy this link, then click on structured data testing tool. So let me go to this tool. So just paste the URL and then click run test. So the moment we click on the run test button, so here Google is testing the schema. So here you can see these are the markups that are available. So one is the markup type restaurant, and second is the breadcrumb list, and third is a website. So let me just click on the restaurant, and here you can see at type is restaurant, name of the restaurant is 1522 the pub. This is a URL, the Zomato URL. And by the way, this markup has been done by Zomato, not by 1522, right? So you can see the opening hours, the menu, the telephone number, price range. As you could see, this is what is displayed here. Let me go back. So 1200 for two people. Then you can see payment accepted, cash and cards. So all the information is here. There is some error with the postal code field. I think they have not added the postal code or the zip code. So once if they added, this error also wouldn't have been there. So right, you can see also the latitude, longitude. Also I will show you. So, yeah, the payment accepted, cash and cards. So this is how the schema helps a user to understand what the web link or the search result really leads you to. So that is very beneficial, and because Google also wants to improvise the user experience every day, every day. So they also give more preference to websites with these schema markings. So the ultimate goal of Google, as I keep telling, is to give an extraordinary experience to a user. Whenever somebody comes and searches on google.com, so they need to get the best results and the most relevant results in the shortest possible time. That's the main goal of Google search engine. So if you look at all these type of sites, they are having, like for example, Zomato or Dineout. Even Dineout has the schema markup. So whereas if you look at the website of the pub, the original site of this pub, they don't have a schema markup. They don't have a schema markup. So this is what you can see. So this is actually very important for them. They should have a schema markup. So if you look at here, most of the websites, like for example, I will tell you, we will go to this. Yeah, here, 3M. So 3M could have used a schema markup and mark it up as a product, right? So when some user comes here, so they will understand that it's a medical tape. So what is the product? What is the description of the product? The code or the product name. So all those markup 3M could have done on this particular keyword or this particular product, so that the user would, it would have been very easy for a user to understand that this is not a pub or this is not relevant to what he is actually looking for. Similarly, how to get so here, move it app. So here also there is a schema for how to also. So they could have added a schema on how to get to this website is basically telling how to get to this pub, or how you can drive to this pub, right? So, or this place. So here they could also added the schema as to how to schema, or even the location schema. What's the difference between schema, microdata, and structured data? Structured data is a system of pairing and name with a value that helps search engines categorize and index your content. Schema.org is a project that provides a particular set of agreed upon definitions for microdata tags. There are three types of schema markup codes available, like JSON LD, microdata, and RFTA. Google recommends using JSON LD schema markup code in the web pages. Let us look at the types of schema markings. So the first one would be, I will be talking about is the Google local business, or the my business schema, local business schema. So let us just type Ramaya Memorial Hospital. So as you can see here, this is the hospital photograph, the location, the map, and then you have the title, the website, directions, all the details. So this is actually in my business listing, also schema listing. So if you want these profiles here, the profiles, so you have to add the company schema in your home page so that you get all the information, relevant information in this my local business listing. Now let us look at the next step of schema listing, that is product listing. So let me just type buy iPhone XR and press enter in Google. Just need to verify this. So I'm not a robot. So you can see this product listing here, Apple iPhone on Amazon.in. You can see the price range, the price, delivery details, the discount, the ratings. So this is the rich snippets. This data is coming because of the schema. We will look at the next type of schema rating, that is for the videos and also for the recipes. So let me just type how to make biryani. So if you look at here, so you are getting the recipes. There is a schema markup type called as recipes, where you can see Swasti's recipes with the rating and the time required for cooking, what are the ingredients. So you can see all different types of recipes here, and also you can see that this is a video on the this website indianhealthyrecipes.com. So here also you can see there are the ratings, the time required, the calories, what are the ingredients required to prepare biryani. So this is how you can mark for recipes. Is another type of schema marking. So let us just glance through what are other different types of schema markings available. So here you can see creative works. There is a schema for creative work. We have a schema for book, movie, music recording, recipe we just saw, TV series. Like for example, this is for the creative work. Here you have the subject of the content, the text, the abstract, access mode. So you can see these are the details that's going to get into this: the audio, the license, the author, about, character. So whole lot of whole bunch of information that will be available for a user when he searches for a search term related to any creative work. Similarly, you can also mark, if you are an author, you can just mark your book when you launch your book, or when you have your website, when you are selling your book, you can mark schema with this book type book. So here you can see the text, this is what is the type, what is the input type, this is the property wherein, and this is the expected input type, and this describes what has to be inputted there. So like for example, the ISBN number, the ISBN number of the book, the number of pages, an integer, it should be a number. Then you have about the abstract, access mode, so all the information. It is always good to enter maximum, as much information you have is the better. That is, input more and more information, try to complete all the fields that are available here. This is for a movie, the actor, the country of origin, director, duration. You can see music, who has produced the, I mean, like who has done the music part of it, then production company, subtitle language. So you have whole lot of uh, fields here to input, so that is when user looks at this type of marking, he can get the complete information. So similarly, we have TV series, then you have events, you can have health and medical types, organization. So every website or every organization can mark up their website with organization, the person, like famous personalities has to be marked up here. Place, local business, we just saw restaurants, we saw that in another example. Product, we saw that in an example. Then offer also was there. Then we have reviews, action. So these are some of the types of schema markups. There are more schema markups also available, like the breadcrumbs are there. So you can see the vocabulary currently consists of 829 types, 1351 properties. So this is in brief about what are the different schema markups available for you. Here are 5 benefits of schema markups helping your websites gain visibility in search engines. Number one, schema markups make your page look more attractive, informative, and engaging in SERPs with snippets and images. A user is more likely to click search results because of this. This is why websites having schema markup have a possibility to rank better than those without markup. Number two, local businesses can clarify to search engines what their business is all about, what they sell, and how to contact them. Number three, with a markup, search engines understand your business type and offerings. For example, your markup explains that you deal in Apple PCs and not in the Apple fruit. Number four, schema markups are useful to promote events directly in search results for local queries like events near me. Your business pops up in search results with information about the venue, the performance, the tickets, the timings, and everything. Benefit number five, with the help of schema markup, you can display business details in SERPs like the logo, the contact number, customer care account, the social media accounts, blogs, and the founder information. If your business has various names or you have changed the name in the recent past, your schema will let help search engine know about that too. I'm sure you're eagerly waiting to see how to generate the JSON LD code to be implemented on your web page. Let's check out how to do this. Now let us see how to generate this JSON LD code. So let's go to Google and type generate JSON LD code. So you got, just go to this first link, and here you can see various types of schema markups available from this website. So there is something called as article or blog posting. Let us just go through one by one. Then we have breadcrumb, events, FAQ page. This is for all the pages has breadcrumbs, right? So you can just mark up all the pages using breadcrumbs. Then if you have an event page, then you can mark up the event. FAQ page, if you have a dedicated FAQ page, or if you have FAQs on your existing pages or any of the pages added at the bottom, so you can also mark that page as an FAQ page. Then you can use how to, suppose you are explaining any information about how to do particular thing or how to test particular thing, then you can add this how to schema. You have a job posting. If you are a HR site, then you can just add these job postings, or if you have a careers page on your website, you can add the job posting schema. Then local business, definitely it is required for all the websites. Organization, this is compulsory for all the websites. We have to have schema marked up with organization for any of the organization that has a website. Then person, definitely if you have an individual site, or if you have an about us page or about me about page, you can add this schema markup. Then we have product, most widely used schema. Recipe, video, again video also is very widely used schema, and also the website. So these are the different schema types available through this website. So you can click on, just play around, go through each of them and see what are the requirements. Now let me show you one markup, how to generate one markup. For example, I'll just use this breadcrumb, like for example, let us go to our site urbangreen.com, go to a particular blog. So here we have, so if you look at the breadcrumb home design category, and then we have water fountain for home garden. So what I will do is here, page name, I can take it as this, copy and paste it here. The URL for this, I'll just copy the URL, then page name too. Same URL, again copy paste it here. So here you can see the breadcrumb list. It is showing, this is just an example, and you can see here schema.org is a code. Let us copy this code, which is a script. Go to structured data testing tool. If you click here, have we missed out something? Yeah, no. So here, let me, instead of fetch URL, earlier we fetched the URL, now let us fetch the code snippet. So we can directly paste the code here and then click on run test. So if you look at here, there is 0 errors and 0 warnings. So there is no error for this schema, whatever you generated. And you can see this is how, this is a listing. This is how it looks when you look at the listing on the web page. So this is about how to generate JSON LD code. Like similarly, if you go to organization, you can see organization type, whether it is an airline, construction, there's a lot of categories here. Or if you can't find your category here, just leave it as a organization itself. Then you have, so more specific types, name of the organization, then your alternate name if you have changed the name, or URL, logo URL. Plus you can add more contact, social profiles like Facebook, Instagram. All that you see on the front page of Google is coming from here. So this, like this similar way, you can just go around and check out, like for example, the video. So we again have what is the name, video description, then the uploaded date, what is the duration, the thumbnail image, the content URL, publisher logo. All this information is you have to fill in here, and then get the script, upload the script in the head section of your website. So we are going to see next how to upload the script. So it has to be in the head section. Like for example, if you go here, go to the view page source. So here let us see where the schema marking is done or placed. Let me search. You can see here schema marking, the script, schema.org, type blog posting, headline water fountain for home garden ambience. So you can see everything, author, person, name, and then you can see image, object, complete details in this schema. This is the script, schema script. Let's see how to add schema markup to a WordPress website. So I'm going to my website here, which is urbangreen.com. Let us log in to the backend of this WordPress site. Once we get into the WordPress site, let's go to the particular blog, any of the blogs. Just going to the post. The same blog which was published on 29th. So there is a plugin called WP SEO structured data schema. This is I'll show the plugin. WP SEO structured data schema by WPSEMplugins.com. It's a free plugin, anyone can download and install on your WordPress site. So you can look at here, these are the various categories available: article, blog posting, news, services. So if I click on one of them, I will have to fill up the entire schema details. So here we have posted using blog posting. So there is we just need to click on enable, and then the headline, the page URL, the author name, feature image, then publish date, modification date, publisher logo. So these are optional. So once we add this and update, so then we this will be added to the head section of the website, and then we can go and do a test of this particular page. Let me go to structure tool, open this page here, and this is the page. So let me copy this, go to the structured data testing tool, and enter this or paste this URL here and run the test. So once I do that, I should get all the schemas that were marked up for this particular page. So let us just see what we are going to get. It's taking some time. Yeah, so you can see here the web page, what we did there is all reflecting here. Blog posting. So you can see there are 0 errors and 0 warnings. So this is how you can add this structured data to your WordPress just by installing one plugin, which is WP SEO Structured Data Schema by WP SEM plugin. Or if you want any other plugin, you can just go to the plugin section, just type in schema there, and you will be able to find a lot of plugins through which you can add schema data or the micro data to your website in the JSON LD format. So if you don't have a WordPress site, if you are using a HTML site, then you can generate the schema script and then add it in the head section of the HTML page. So here I will type schema, just wait for this. So you can see schema and structured data for WP and AMP schema. So there are so many plugins that are available: schema breadcrumb markup, modern events, schema default image. So you can use any of these plugins to markup. Just try and see that any plugin that you download has the type which you want to markup, and then you can continue with that plugin. If it is not available, or even before, you can just go and click on more details to understand the more information about these plugins, what all markup is available, and then you can download. I think it's taking time. Let's not waste any time here. So this is about how to install schema code on your website, be it blog, article, recipe, video. There is a schema for anything and everything. Hey, thanks for watching this video. I hope that you have got a complete idea about what is schema, how to generate the schema code or JSON LD code, and third point, how to install this code on your web page. Thanks so much for watching this video.